What is going on, everyone? My name is JX, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have some pretty big news, some sad news for me, but obviously some of you don't play Roman Champions, and that's okay. Today we have some, like I said, insane news. Marvel Roman Champions is actually coming to an end, actually in like 2 months. It's pretty insane. So the Kabbage team over at Marvel Roman Champions came out with this article on the website for Marvel Roman Champions, as well as kind of said the same thing on Discord, and some of the members who work at Kabbage have shared their opinions on Twitter. And it's a pretty sad day. It's always a sad day when you've invested your time into a video game and it comes to an end. And for me, I have invested my time into Marvel Realm Champions, less than endgame players, of course. But I love this game, man. This game was cool. What I loved about it is the story. All right, you guys know I don't really like the gameplay of Marvel Realm Champions. I'm really picky when it comes to those type of games. I just don't play them. So when this game came out, I was kind of excited just to try it out. If it wasn't connected to College Champions, I probably wouldn't play it. So when it when it was actually connected to College Champions and the story, I started reading the story. It like I was like, oh my goodness, like this is really good. I mean, like they've been teasing Battle World ever since we trapped the Maestro there in Act 4, and he's basically been building an empire on Battle World, ruling in a throne, and then boom, he gets murdered. And then at New York Comic Con they announce it, and they're like, oh my goodness, first off, the Maestro's dead. And like, what's been happening since he got banished there? And the whole game's basically been telling us, hey, what has happened? How did the Patriot Garrison get there? How did the Asgardians get there? How did the Spider Guild get there? How did the Hulks are there been the longest? What's happening there? How did that happen? It has been really cool because you can learn about all the different territories, the barons, the champions, and some of those champions even come to the contest. Like, it was so cool to see. But yes, the game is ending. It's completely being shut down March 31st. Right now, it's already off the App Store. So if you've never downloaded it before, you can't download it but if you did download it before, and you can probably re-download it from your purchase in Apple. I'm not sure about Android. But yeah, man, like they basically just kind of talking about the game is coming to a close. We love you. All Realm Summoners can get an adjustment package for contests, which is pretty cool. So not sure what I'll get. I don't know. I haven't really played that much in the past couple months, so we'll kind of see what's happening. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. If you don't know Kabbage ID, just link those if you have played Robo Champions before. Like I said, the game will no longer be available. It's already not available, and it'll be shut down completely. Can I bring my champions to Realm in the contest? So obviously, if you don't know, Realm of Champions has customization, something that contest doesn't, and I really love the customization of Realm. But that isn't the case in contest, and there is actually no longer going to be contest champion or Realm of champions coming to contest champions. So obviously, like we have Jabari Panther in the Realm of Champions, and then she came to the contest champions because she had that, like, with that set. And those 4 are staying in the contest, and there's no more coming, which is pretty interesting. They're bittersweet. I love these characters that are already in the contest that came from Realm, but I was kind of curious in how you would do someone like Hulk, who's already, like, I guess he does have weapons in Realm, or Spider-Man. Like, you'd have to give them super unique abilities. So it is bittersweet because that could have been really cool. I mean, Hulk with a hammer and shield in the contest would be insane. Spider-Man with the root mechanic, a Gatling gun that shoots webs. I mean, like, come on, that sounds pretty cool, right? But it won't happen. Also, if you've ever spent money on the game from Realm of Champions, you can actually get some or it looks like you can get refunded. So make sure you contact support if you want your money back. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And even Kabbage Gabe has come out on Twitter talking about it, so we can kind of read his thoughts on the game. Obviously, he's the creative art director of both games, the contest and the Realm of Champions. And for the past 4 years, he's actually been working on Realm of Champions. It was only like 2 years ago when like it got announced. So it's pretty crazy. And basically, he's just been saying it's been amazing. I mean, like, the art for Realm of Champions has been absolutely insane. I absolutely love it. They hired artists. They like Luke Ross. Like, I love Luke Ross. We also had some other artists that we saw in the cutscenes. Like, the cutscenes of the game, which you can find on my channel, are beautiful, and I really do hope they continue. Basically, he says the game's medium is a fickle one. A lot can go wrong outside your control. I'm personally proud of my team for the product that they made. I kind of think he's talking about just people not enjoying the gameplay. It really did seem like casuals. I'm gonna say casuals. It's just just most players. they didn't like the gameplay when like you're talking about from Contest Champions, which is a 1v1 2D arcade fighting style game, to a completely 3D MMORPG style game. Like, you can kind of see why people wouldn't go to MROC, and that's not what they like. That's what MROC was built to be, that MMORPG. So for that community, which is smaller than what we have in Contest, it just wasn't enough to keep the game alive. But he is saying this isn't the last chapter of Battle World Saga. The universe was designed to be shared by more than one game. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of Realm's characters, including the beloved Barons, in the contest. Okay, so even though it looks like your customizable character from Realm of Champions isn't coming to the contest, I think what he's saying here is that the Barons, which, oh my goodness, we were told that they weren't coming to the contest, so I'm insanely happy that they are coming to the contest. I mean, you're talking about War Thor, you're talking about Scar, I mean, you're talking about Peggy Carter, I mean, you're talking about beloved characters from the Marvel Universe that we, as contest fans, have been asking for. So it's really would be amazing to see Peggy Carter as a super soldier coming to the game, Scar, who's like insanely smart but he's hiding it with an awesome like sword, who was a boss fight in Marvel Realm Champions, which was awesome. So it's really cool. Like, I'm excited. War Thor, which is by far the coolest Baron, maybe even a new giant King Groot. I mean, it's pretty interesting to say. But yeah, so he's saying there's going to be an extra long cutscene for Realm of Champions that wraps the current story, so revealing who killed the Maestro and pointing to the future Champions universe. So that's interesting. Also, he says future of the Champions universe. Now, I don't know if he means contest or he's talking about the champion who killed Maestros. That's really interesting. It's really interesting. He says the Champions universe. I don't know what he's referring to. It's so interesting, which is crazy. So yes, we're finally finding out who killed the Maestro. It's been since New York Comic Con 2019 since we knew he died, and we've only really we really never found out who it was. Like, it was really hard to take clues. I mean, it seemed like Scar was most likely the one who did it, but we didn't have enough evidence. Some even said Ben Reilly. It was really crazy. We just knew it wasn't Punisher, which I guess this year we'll find out why he's been hiding, like why he's been gone from contest. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I love Realm's story. I didn't like its gameplay, and I'm glad its story isn't ending, because that would be such a shame to do, and I'm so glad it's not happening. Like, I'm glad it's continuing. All right, and that's just basically what he says. Like, it's a love letter to the fans, and you're all champions in my book. So yeah, Battle World it's coming to an end, but Summoners, we are gonna have the story continue, which I'm happy for. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I those are all my thoughts. Like I said, I'm glad the story's continuing. I would be very upset if it wasn't continuing, and I'm glad it is. If you guys are at Kabbage watching this video, I want to say thank you guys for making the game. I really did enjoy the story. Like, you guys can, if you haven't seen the story, it's all on my YouTube channel. If you want to go to playlist and there's some like dialogue, there's actually from another content creator. You can watch his dialogue thing as well. So it was really awesome. I will see you guys later. Peace out, Peace out, Summoners.